Night at 9 after power outages in the community over the weekend, stores and shoppers are feeling the effects.
Residents are coming together to revitalize Muncie. What they're working on next.
More fall-like temperatures today and a brief warm-up in store tomorrow. I'll give you the details in your full forecast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being with us. I'm Luke Hellman.
And I'm Marlee Thomas. The power is back on after parts of Muncie went dark Saturday afternoon.
And that's right. The Delaware County Emergency Operations Center said this was all caused by a blown transformer. The outage caused traffic lights to go out, and businesses along McGalliard Road were forced to close during the power outage. Many of them posted signs like this one here. NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Brummett and Emily Harless covered the story on Facebook Live. They caught up with a couple employees from Muncie's Chuck E. Cheese who were sent home after the business closed.
Mainly, all of a sudden, just power just cuts off, and everyone's screaming. All these kids running around, going crazy, acting like chickens with their heads cut off.
Other stores have also experienced the effects from the power outage.
The Muncie Target was left powerless and their freezer section was shut off.
Target groceries are having to throw out tons of freezer food because the temperatures dropped below safe levels during the outage. The refrigerated cases are nearly bare, and many shoppers have to find alternatives for their frozen groceries. A local Ball State student and active Target shopper, Kayla Asher, was very shocked by the bare shelves.
I was very taken aback by the situation of everything being so bare, considering that I do shop there every day for groceries or every week, and not only me but the people around me.
Now Target is working to fill the cases as they continue to receive stock.
And the residents of Muncie have been working on revitalizing 8th to 12th Street. NewsLink Indiana's Peyton Green has more.
The 8 to 12 Coalition is working with residents, organizations, and businesses to make a better Muncie.
Our focus is revitalizing the neighborhoods of South Central and a portion of Thomas Park, Avondale.
One project the residents have been working on is placing planters down Walnut Street with the neighborhood logo.
To carry on throughout the years, the residents who live here and will remain here need to be the ones who have come up with those ideas and put them into action.
Additional to residential help, there are 15 organizations working on the project, including the Ross Center, Habitat for Humanity, and Muncie Missions. But Jackie Ross, one of the members of the Ross Center, stresses that is just not an organizational collation.
We build sense of community, we dream together, and we work together to revitalize our neighborhood.
Ross has said residents have worked up to the idea of the 8 to 12 Coalition and are starting to see the benefits of this project. In Muncie, Peyton Green, NewsLink Indiana.
And the 8 to 12 Coalition shows the transformation a community can make when residents work together and fight for change.
Indiana authorities say a man and woman were shot in an area of a large party in Bloomington. Bloomington police say a patrol officer early Sunday heard numerous gunshots and saw several hundred people fleeing a party. Officers and first responders found and aided a 23-year-old man who was shot once and an 18-year-old woman shot twice. One man has been arrested, but officers say there was more than one shooter. The Indianapolis Zoo is launching an international center devoted to saving threatened species using a $4 million grant. Zoo officials call the center an extension of their biennial Indianapolis Prize, honoring animal conservation leaders. The center is a partnership between the zoo and the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Species Survival Commission. And I don't know, maybe it might be perfect weather to go to the zoo this weekend.
I'm thinking, yeah, Gabe, what do you have for us?
Yeah, Marlee and Luke, you guys are on to something. It will be beautiful this weekend, or at least the first half of it. But today it still felt like fall. It still does. Down to 48 right now in Muncie. Warm spot Indianapolis, where we're still sitting at 54 degrees. The rest of the NewsLink Indiana viewing area is in the 40s. The cool spot, Hartford City, at 41 degrees right now. Today we got up to the lower 60s, 63 degrees here in Muncie, a little cooler in Kokomo, at 59 degrees. We will see warmer temperatures arrive tomorrow as a warm front will push its way on off to the north and east, though behind that is a cold front that'll bring us some showers and storms in the evening. I'll time that out coming up in your full forecast.
Members of an Indianapolis church scrambled to get out when a fire broke out during a Sunday school lesson. Smoke emerged from the sanctuary at Bethany Rembrandt Church, and about 20 of the church's 100 members were in the building at the time. Authorities say the roof collapsed, causing damage worth $100,000. No one was injured.
Officials have identified one of the 2 workers killed in New Orleans after a hotel collapsed. 49-year-old Anthony Floyd Margaret was identified today. The cause of this collapse is still unknown, and authorities say the building is still unstable. 112 people were working inside when the structure collapsed. 1 person is still hospitalized, but the rest have been discharged.
The Fort Worth police officer accused in the fatal shooting of a black woman in her home has resigned. Dean shot 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson through her window while she was playing inside her home with her nephew Saturday morning. Officers were called to her home when a concerned neighbor noticed her door was open. When the officer arrived, he did not announce his presence, went to the rear of the house and shot Jefferson through a window. Her grieving family is asking for justice.
You have been trained. You know better, so you have to answer for it. Not in your command, not in your department. Someone comes in, investigates the whole incident. Fort Worth PD cannot investigate themselves.
Today, family lawyer Lee Merritt called for the officer to be fired and charged in Jefferson's killing.
And with the dip in temperatures, flu cases could see a rise. Hear from health experts next.
And what a new study has to say about your 4-legged friend. Find out how your pet is improving your health.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
So, I just moved in with his family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
And welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. And as the temperatures continue to drop, health experts expect the number of flu cases to rise.
That's right. NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Brummett is live tonight in the newsroom with the Wellness Minute. Tyler, you spoke with the nurse practitioner today. What is she saying?
Well, Luke and Marley, she's telling me that so far this year, she's only had 1 case, but she does expect that number to increase. And with multiple strains of the flu making the rounds, health experts are urging you to take precautions before the flu hits you.
The flu vaccine for this year is armed against 4 different types of influenza.
Getting the flu shot. It sounds a bit painful and not really fun. But health officials issuing a warning to get the flu vaccine or risk facing the harmful effects of the infection. Karita Westbrook with Ball State's Health Center says what starts simply as the flu could flare up into something much more severe. Something that lands you in the hospital.
Complications of influenza can be pneumonia, respiratory failure, things like that. And so that is why we are urging everyone to get a flu vaccine.
But Westbrook does caution you, saying even if you get the shot, that doesn't necessarily mean you're off the hook.
If you do get a flu vaccine and you still happen to contract influenza, the symptoms are less severe and the duration of symptoms are less severe because you have been protected.
All set?
While some continue to be on the fence about getting vaccinated, Westbrook says the pain felt while getting the shot doesn't compare to the devastating consequences of getting the flu.
Definitely do it. It is a good idea to get one, and you always want to be safe than sorry.
Now, Westbrook does want to remind everyone that if you do get the flu, the best thing to do is simply just stay home and get some rest and to continue to hydrate. Now, the health center, they're going to be holding walk-in flu clinics on Wednesday, and in fact, every Wednesday from here on out until about March from 9 until 3, and we're going to have a link to the health center's webpage on our website. That's ballstatedaily.com. We're going to continue to keep you updated. But that's all we have for this Wellness Minute. Guys, we'll go and send it back to you.
Tyler Brummett live for us tonight in the newsroom. Thank you, Tyler.
And Pope Francis accidentally sent out a shout out for the New Orleans Saints football team. The Pope sent a tweet saying, "Today we give thanks to the Lord for our new #Saints. They walked by faith and now we invoke their intercession." The Pope's message was actually about newly canonized saints, but he hashtagged the word saint. As part of the NFL's partnership with Twitter, when you hashtag Saint, the New Orleans Saints logo is automatically added to the message. The Saints ended up beating the Jaguars.
And not every dog can be a lifesaver, but according to new research, owning a dog can reduce the chances of dying early. A study published in the Journal of American Heart Association found that owning a dog was linked to a 24% reduction in all mortality cases. And other studies have found that just petting a dog or having a canine companion can reduce your blood pressure and reduce anxiety and depression.
Yeah, if you're headed out to walk the dog this evening, you'll want to bundle up. Temperature is dropping down into the 40s that will warm up tomorrow. I'll tell you just how warm we'll get after the break.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them. For those whose sacrifice will never end. The Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Action!
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all.
Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Alrighty, welcome back. Now, Gabe, it's a big weekend.
It is.
It's a huge weekend, and it's homecoming where everybody's going to be outside. Please tell me we've got some good weather.
Yeah, we're going to have some wild temperature swings during the week, but by the time we get to the weekend, it'll be pretty nice, especially for the game on Saturday, though. More on that in just a second. It does still feel like fall this evening with temperatures in the 40s. We're 48 degrees in Muncie, 46 in Lafayette. Similar story, a little cooler to the north in South Bend at 40 degrees. Across the region, we are dry. Radar is clear, nothing in sight. We have to travel all the way out to western North Dakota or to the south down near northern Louisiana, down in northeast Texas as well to find any rain. High pressure is in control of the region and will continue to be so through the evening. That'll allow temperatures to drop a bit later on tonight down into the lower 40s. I think that's where we'll bottom out in Muncie, though. We could see some areas get into the upper 30s as the evening progresses. Off to the north, some frost is possible, but by noon tomorrow, we'll already be where our high temperature was today, up to 62 degrees by noon in Muncie, into the mid-60s in the rest of central Indiana, and we'll top out near the 70-degree mark later on into the afternoon and evening. 69 degrees in Muncie here at 5 p.m. into the lower 70s in Indianapolis at 72 degrees. Though notice, after tomorrow evening, a cold front approaches from the west. That brings much cooler temperatures into the area for tomorrow night. So that's something to watch. That'll also bring some rain showers with it. That cold front ushers in cooler temperatures after tomorrow. We'll drop down into the 50s for high temperatures Wednesday and Thursday, back up into the 60s for Friday. And look at that for the Saturday homecoming game, 68 degrees for a high temperature. So a wild week of temperature swings. As you can see here, some nights lows down below 40 degrees once again. So a classic week of Indiana weather. Tomorrow morning will start off pretty nice, mostly sunny skies. So tomorrow will not be a washout by any means. Notice though, this cold front does start to approach from the west. This is noon tomorrow. Your lunch plans, if you have any outdoors, will be a go, but as we move on into the later afternoon and into the early evening hours, that cold front approaches from the west. Notice those showers off to the west. Now, as we advance the clock forward into the later evening hours, closer to 9-10 p.m., that rain begins to overspread the viewing area. Heavy rain is possible at times, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder in as this line of storms as the cold front marches off to the east. Though notice we clear out by midnight, and afterwards we're looking dry and mostly clear for your Wednesday morning, just some clouds. So the good news is with this rain, really no impacts for your evening commute tomorrow or your morning commute on Wednesday. So overall, a low impact event, and we'll get some much needed rain too. So for tonight, temperatures dropping down into the low 40s, mostly clear skies. Those winds out of the west will begin to shift out of the south. That brings us warmer temperatures tomorrow, 70 degrees for the high. Again, storms mainly confined to the evening hours. Don't let that fool you. We'll be mostly sunny into the morning and even into the rest of the early afternoon hours. So in the mid 7-day forecast, it's a week of, yet again, weather whiplash in east central Indiana. Temperatures in the 50s again Wednesday and Thursday. Though after that cold front tomorrow, we're mostly dry the rest of the week. It's not till the second half of the weekend we start to see the next chance of rain arrive for Sunday into Monday. But look at that, temperatures will be back near 70. So if you're not quite ready for the fall weather, we'll have some warmth in sight, but this 7-day has something for everyone.
Hey, 68 degrees for the game on Saturday. That's fine with me.
It'll be beautiful.
We've been asking for the fall weather, so here it is.
It is here, yeah.
Alrighty, and speaking of the Ball State homecoming game, Ball State homecoming week is officially underway. This year's theme, Let the Good Times Soar, kicks off celebrations with the Food Truck Festival tonight from 6 to 8 in the Village on Martin Street. Homecoming festivities will continue throughout the week. This Thursday, Air Jam will take place in Emmons Auditorium at 7:30. Then Friday, students and staff will gather for the bed race on Riverside Avenue. And on Saturday, the Chase Charlie 5K starts at 8:45 in the morning. The parade will then get underway at 9 o'clock. Then just a few hours later, your Ball State Cardinals take on the Toledo Rockets. Kickoff is slated for 2 o'clock at Schumann Stadium. Ball State Unified Media is your homecoming headquarters. On Friday, we are getting you set for homecoming. Join our sister show, Waking Up with Cardinal Weather, Friday morning, live from Schumann Stadium as they get you ready for the weekend of festivities. Plus, organizations from across campus go head-to-head in the 2019 homecoming bed race. We'll have a special report Friday at noon from Riverside Avenue.
Up next, here the Cardinals are gearing up for Saturday's homecoming game.
And hear this week's high school game of the week next in sports.
So if one cat has 4 kittens who reproduce every 6 months, how many cats will there be in 5 years? Who's got it? Is this... What is that? Seriously? Who threw that?
Cats are terrible at math, but they sure do multiply. Please spay, neuter, and adopt.
The solution is 10.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dollier with sports. Heading into homecoming, Ball State is undefeated in MAC play. After opening conference play with a come-from-behind victory over NIU, the Cardinals edged out Eastern Michigan last Saturday. Comebacks are becoming frequent for the team. The Cardinals scored the last 15 points against Eastern Michigan. It's the first time Ball State has won back-to-back road games since 2013. This victory brought Ball State's record back to 500. They now sit at 3-3 on the season. Homecoming is next on the agenda. That homecoming contest will be Saturday as the Cardinals return home to face the Toledo Rockets. Kickoff is set for 2 o'clock. Every week, NewsLink Indiana will highlight a new high school game of the week. This week's matchup is between the Delta Eagles and the New Palestine Dragons. But first, last week's game between Yorktown and Pendleton Heights proved to be an exciting contest. NewsLink Indiana's Amani Butts battled the elements for every snap.
On Friday, October 11th, the Yorktown Tigers faced the Pendleton Heights Arabians in a heated matchup at Tiger Stadium. The heavy rain did not stop either team from putting their all into the game. However, the Tigers unexpectedly took control of the game when the Arabians turned the ball over 3 times, leading to a Yorktown victory. Yorktown's head coach, Mike Wilhelm, was overjoyed and highlighted some of the positives of the game.
Just excited for our kids. This is a game we were not supposed to win, and we knew going in that it was going to come down to who made more mistakes and who made the other team make more mistakes and how tough you could be in these conditions, and I thought our guys really performed well in the conditions.
J.J. Evans led the team with 74 offensive rushing yards and 6 defensive tackles.
Our offense and defense really came together. Our coaches gave great speeches to get us energized and play in this fantastic weather. It was great. We had great energy. We came out. We knew we played well. Just had to come and finish the second half.
J.J. Evans had, I think, one of the best games of his career. And people are going to say that was such a great run in the first half, and it really was a great run. But I saw it early on defense. JJ was making play after play on defense and just getting down and dirty out here on this Tiger field, and that's great to see.
In Yorktown, Imani Butts, NewsLink, Indiana.
Now to this week's high school game of the week. This week, NewsLink Indiana will feature the New Palestine Dragons and Delta Eagles. The Dragons will travel to Muncie to take on the Eagles on their home turf. Both teams are having successful seasons so far, as Delta has a solid 7-1 record. New Palestine boasts an undefeated 8-0 record. Both teams are state championship contenders, as New Palestine was ranked as high as 7th in the state, while Delta is ranked at 34. This game will be a significant one for both teams and should make for some exciting Friday night football. The Eagles and Dragons will kick off Friday evening at 7:30 at Delta High School. Now, I don't know about you guys, but homecoming is my favorite time of year, and I cannot wait to maybe get just one win closer to a bowl game.
That's true, yeah, and I know Toledo's usually at the top of the MAC, but now it's Ball State's turn, and that's pretty exciting for us.
They're 4-1 overall, so we could take down a very good team in the MAC.
That's true. All right, thank you, Blake. And now Robert Downey Jr. traded in his Iron Man suit for a bit of a different look.
Find out what for next on Trending.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, Mitts will take you there.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
Welcome back. Time now to take a look at what's trending.
And joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Rebecca Rosado. What do you have for us?
Hi guys, so tonight we're going to be starting off with from saving the world as Iron Man to being a doctor who talks to animals. Robert Downey Jr. can do it all. Downey is portraying a new version of Dr. Dolittle in his newest film, Dolittle. This will be the first huge movie Downey has been in since Marvel's Avengers Endgame. In the trailer that you see, the doctor still talks to animals. However, in Downey's version, the doctor is going on a dangerous voyage to save the Queen of England. Dolittle is coming to theaters on January 17th, 2020. Let's take a look.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself,
Definitely looks like a movie for animal lovers like myself.
Absolutely. It's going to be very cool to see Robert Downey Jr. take off that suit and put on a lab coat. So
yeah. Alrighty, thank you so much, Rebecca. Now, Gabe, let's take one last look at the weather and hope for the best.
Overall, a pretty good week for homecoming festivities. We can't ask for too much better. It will be cooler, though, after a cold front moves through tomorrow. Temperatures dropping into the 50s, but will gradually warm up to 60 by Friday, 68 by Saturday. For some more rain arrives Sunday into Monday. So great day for Friday and Saturday home.
Yay!
That's great news. Awesome. Thank you, Gabe. And that's all tonight for us at NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.